Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be powder coating some of the stuff for the 6.0. So this morning I've already went to sandblast and picked up everything. Have our air deflector there, and then back here, this stuff does have some colored media on it, so we'll have to get everything wiped down. But we have all of our piping up there. I have my radiator brackets and some other brackets down here, our eyes, and then some stuff for a buddy's truck. So like I said, this stuff does need wiped down, but there is everything. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get his stuff done, get it back to him, and I'm also going to do today the bracketry that we need to put the motor back in the truck. So anyway, I got some stuff to move around. I need to move the white truck, remove obviously the 300 because we powder coated in here. We'll get the 300 out. Four-wheelers are coming out, lawnmowers coming out, and some of that other little stuff will also come out of here. And then I need to get the pallet jack out of the shop, bring it up here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna move the 300 out. The 300, while we're on the topic of the 300's acting a little funny, so I'll get it to the shop at some point, maybe today, and we will see if we can diagnose our drivability issue here. But regardless, I'm gonna get at it here, get all this stuff moved, and we'll get our rack out and start hanging parts. All right, so it is the next day. We got everything cleaned out. We got the floor swept. Looks nice in here. Now, one thing, there's a few spots on these, and I'm going to touch up with some sandpaper, like this. This didn't. I don't think even got, oh, it's a little rough. But I'm gonna touch that stuff up. There's a few little rusty spots. Touch that up as well, because it was raining when we picked these up. Got the springs over there and whatnot. Now, all of my little bracketry stuff we're hanging in here. We're just gonna use this oven. There's no reason to heat that thing up for these little pieces. That's kind of where I'm at. So I got the threads taped, you can see there, on all of the exposed threads for the holes with threads in them. Like, what piece was it? There was one of these that had some, that one in the back there, had some of those, the insert threads. I have Powdercoat plugs in there that will stick in those, and we'll be good to go. So, we are gonna make some new hooks for the radiator hold down brackets, because it's very, very tight to put those in there. And then we need to make hooks for these, because, well, all these hooks are too long, obviously. So have this piece of stock here that we were gonna make a long hook and then decided not to. So we're gonna make some short hooks out of this, and we'll be good. So like I said, all of these are longer hooks, and then those obviously are also longer. That's a beautiful color. This is lollipop red over silver, but regardless, we're making some new hooks for that stuff. Put a little more length on them, that way they'll be a little easier to hang in there. We have our rack out with our earth ground. That's what this is. It's for our earth ground. This is where we were going to put our booth. That's why that's there. But now that I parked the 300 in here, there's not going to be a booth go here. So we're going to figure out somewhere else. We're going to build a new shop at some point to put this in. So this is all very temporary. But this has a bolt welded to it for our earth ground. So we drug this out. We can hang stuff here, powder coat it, and then move it into there. And that won't be an issue. Or I might take that rack out with all the parts hanging on it and then hang it I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure something out. But anyway, let's get moving here. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, get my stuff done. Because it's been a while since I powder coated stuff. So I'm going to get my stuff done. And then we will move on to that stuff. Like I said, I'm going to do some sanding on that stuff and kind of clean up a few things before we go ahead and powder. All right, so got our chrome loaded up in the RC1. Got these outgassed. Now you see some of them got a little darker in outgassing. That's okay. So anyway, some spots didn't get completely blasted on these, but we went over them, and what wasn't completely bare, there were very few spots, to be completely honest with y'all. But the spots that weren't completely bare, we went over, sanded them real good, so they should be fine. All right, so we got the RC1 loaded up with our chrome, got it all set up, got all these pieces outgassed. Some of them did get a little darker in the outgassing, but that's completely fine. So anyway, we're letting them cool now, and when they get under 100 degrees, we'll go ahead and start laying down our chrome. All right, chrome just came out of the oven. So we're gonna get everything swapped over to our purple and go ahead and get everything sprayed. So I know this is not like chrome. Most chrome powders aren't, especially this chrome. I know some of the other manufacturers have some nicer chromes, but I mean, all in all, it's not terrible. So anyway, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and switch to our purple, and once these cool, we'll go ahead and get them sprayed. All right, so everything is done. It's all cooled, so I can handle everything. We need to get these out, get the threads untaped on everything that had threads. I've already pulled the plugs. They're there, so they're good to go. But I need to get something kind of soft to set these on. That way we don't scratch them, our brand new powder. But this here is everything that we need for the 6.0 to go back together. And a few things we don't need at the moment. So we'll get everything out, get what we need to the shop, and we'll go ahead and get it installed in this video as well. But I have more stuff to powder. So we got, step over that. We got these. That is dust on top of those from sandblasting. So we get those blown off. We have two of these, and two of those. And then there's also a pitman arm. Oh, right there. So we're also going to get it done as well. I need to tape off the taper and the splines on it. But we'll get all that stuff hung up here in just a moment. And go ahead and throw some chrome on everything. So, like I said, it does have some sand and dust and stuff on it from sitting. And then these little spots from getting rained on. We'll touch those up with some sandpaper. They'll be good to go. So, anyway, with that being said, I need to get that stuff out of there. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out our purple back to chrome. So, another thing real quick I was going to mention, if we run out of room for some of this stuff, we can either do 2 runs in the oven, or we can hang one of these in there, or both of those, or both of these, or whatever. So, if nothing else, we can run both ovens if we need to. So, anyway, I'm going to get these out of here, and like I said, we'll at least get a few of these down to the shop and get them. Oh, that one is stuck. So, there we go. So they look beautiful. I love this purple. It's a beautiful purple. So, I think they're going to look real nice in the truck. And, yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to get all these out of here. We'll get them to the shop. And, we'll get them installed here in just a bit. All right, so it is now 7 o'clock at night. And, well, I was just sitting down taking me a little break. I still got to get the gun cleaned out and whatnot. But, ooh, these look beautiful on this Ram kit. So, there's a buddy of mine. He bought I think it's an 8-inch kit for a diesel. He's got a gasser 2500 Ram, and he had a 5-inch kit before, so he's running the 5-inch springs with the 3-inch coil spacers. But springs have to be my favorite thing to do, just because of how they lay down. There's no edges, but I mean, all this stuff looks fantastic. So he's actually on his way. I do need to pull some plugs out of a few things, pull some tape off of the pitman arm there, and these will be ready to go. So I got to, after he wraps up here, I got to get going. I need to unload the 300. I haven't eaten today, so probably should eat. I need to unload the 300. Need to load up a bunch of tools, because tomorrow we're actually doing wheel lights on Silver Bullet. And if you know what I'm talking about, well, there's no explanation needed. Pretty excited about it. So, like I said, we need to gather up a bunch of tools. I need to get all the stuff out of the back of the 300. And I'm going to go pick up some new tools. Hopefully, if we can get this done before they close. They close at 8. It's currently like 7:15. So we'll see. And I need to get cleaned up because I'm purple and sparkly. But this stuff looks amazing. I'm going to let it cool a little bit before I peel the tape and pull them plugs. I know you're supposed to pull them plugs before it goes in the oven, but that's a loaded up rack, and there would have been no way to get in there to safely pull those. So anyway, like I said, we'll do that real quick, and then I will catch y'all probably tomorrow afternoon, and we'll get some pieces, throw it on the 6.0. All right, y'all. So it's a few days later. The other night we got all that stuff powder coated. I got my buddy's stuff powder coated. I think I've seen that, but if not, I'll throw a picture up here on the screen. Which I know sometimes I'm horrible at remembering when I'm editing, and I completely skip it, but I'm trying to do better about that. But regardless, we got that done the other day. Yesterday, we went and installed wheel lights on Silver Bullet. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'll also throw a picture of that up on the screen. So that was a super cool opportunity, and had a good time on that too. So that was that. And actually, he's going to be bringing that truck out if everything gets done in time. He's going to be bringing that truck out here to the house here in 2 days. And we're going to be doing a few more things to it. Some powder coat, some paint, if it's not too cold to paint. And we might be throwing the KG1s back on the 6.0 and putting those wheels on his truck so he can take it to OBI this week coming up. But regardless, I digress. That is if they get the thing all back together, because he's got some oil leak stuff going on. But anyway, we got our hooks installed, and they look beautiful. This is casting. That is not a run. That is a casting mark. Because trust me, I looked at the same thing when I powder coated these. But got the other hook on, got the front hook on. So these are good to go. Now, we'll get our fuel lines out of the way, and we're going to get our Fickum bracket on here. So it is in that box. We threw all the bracketry in that box for just ease of carrying everything down here. Or it was. I have to talk to my grandpa about that. See where everything went. But regardless, we'll get our Fickum bracket on, and there they are. Whatnot. So some of this stuff we don't need at the moment. I just wanted to get all the steel stuff for this powdered. We were good. So everything looks beautiful. Super happy with everything. So, like I said, stuff like this we don't need. We don't need these yet. We don't need this yet either, I don't believe. So, some of the stuff we don't need. But I'm going to go ahead and get what we do need on the motor. And then that's probably going to be a wrap for this one. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get after it. This stuff's already started collecting dust down here because of static. But, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get a few more pieces installed. We'll end out this video. And in the next video, as you can see, we've been doing some work on this. In the next video, we will have this motor ready to go in the truck, which I'm super excited about. So, anyway, I'm going to get after it here. We're going to see what all we can get done today, because for me personally, I would like to try to set the motor in the truck today, which would be super nice. So, yes, I'm going to get after it. It's already 3 o'clock. And let's get this knocked out. All right, so both of our hooks are installed. The Ficum brackets are installed. We got their isolators back on. And again, these are installed. Also, when we powder coated these, there were taped these off, taped that one off, plugged that hole, plugged this hole here. Same thing with these studs over here. Tape those guys off as well. So, these are installed. We just got to get them tightened up real quick. But from doing the install yesterday, all the tools are in the trunk of the 300. So, I'm going to get all that stuff out. We'll get these tightened up, and they'll be good to go. So, that is that. But, anyway, that being said, with that being said, there is going to be a lot more purple under the hood of this thing by the time this thing is all said and done. We still have some more stuff to powder, but the goal for right now is getting the motor in the truck. That way we can be getting it together. I've sent all of our info to Matt over at Blessed Performance, so he is getting our tune wrote for us, and it should be ready by the time that we're ready to put the motor in. So anyway, guys, we're gonna get back at it. There's a few things we still need to throw on the motor to get it ready to install, but the goal for today is to have it set in the truck. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. So with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.